Hey, good evening, Keith. That man's name is Ed Woodward, and he's a medical student here at USF. And his journey getting to medical school was not one that he chose, but perhaps one that chose him.
One of those Tillman scholars is Ed Woodward.
Tonight, University of South Florida medical student Ed Woodward is in the spotlight on NBC, honored as a Pat Tillman Scholar. He's a shining example of courage. Ed was well on his way to becoming a fighter pilot. Then something happened.
It was after a night flight, like my head just really hurt on the left-hand side. And so it would just like excruciating, like the worst headache you've ever had, except it was only on the left side, and that happened right after I landed.
That pain turned out to be a stroke. He had a hard recovery, but in the end was medically discharged.
And that's when I realized that I had lost. I was never going to get to fly again.
But pain is nothing new to him. A few years before that stroke, Ed lost his twin brother Gene in an accident involving a drunk driver. And now, without a flying career and without his twin, Ed truly was lost. His grandfather is the person who gave him clarity.
And I'm like, Gramps, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do. And he looked at me and he said, why don't you go finish what Gene started.
And he did. He entered medical school at USF. What his brother was doing when he was killed.
Well deserved, well deserved. He's a really hard worker.
Med student Jamal Hardy knows Ed really well. They were in a master's program together, and they're now in their first year med class together as well.
He's like a pretty inspirational guy. He's actually our class president, so he's really a hard-working person.
Jamal tells me he, Ed, and the entire class of 2018 spend a lot of time in this building. But for Ed, not so much tonight. He was at the Super Bowl, but Jamal says that is an honor that is well-deserved.
Something else well-deserved, that Tillman Scholarship. It changed Ed's life for good.
I was proud of myself again.
And what an amazing game he got the chance to watch tonight. Ed, by the way, wants to become a neurologist and specialize in brain health. His hope is to be able to assist veterans with traumatic brain injury. Keith, an inspirational guy indeed.
An impressive man, to say the least. Thank you for sharing his story. Thank you, Rod.